Maureen and Steve Quill took their time in our design-build process, addressing every detail to create this magnificent transformation from an old inn on one of Maine's beautiful beaches to a large beach home. With the ocean as the backdrop, Maureen's vision and our expertise changed small dark rooms into a kaleidoscope of light and space. A star was born.
Hi, welcome to Kitchen Design, the show that looks at how people create rooms they want to live in. I'm Joan Cohn, and whether you're ready for a great big remodeling or just want a little change, we're here to find ideas to help. When some people walked by a certain dilapidated old house on the beach, they thought it was a bit of an eyesore. But when Maureen Quill walked by, she saw a star just waiting to shine. So over the protests of friends and family, Maureen bought the old house and got to work. This shingle-style house sits just 5 feet off the Atlantic coast. Maureen Quill and her husband Stephen had spent their summers in a smaller beach home nearby, so they'd been well aware of the house and its deteriorating condition when it came up for sale.
And it was in shambles. It needed major surgery, so I'd look up at it and I'd think, oh, something great could be done to that house if we had the time and the patience to do it, and we did. We had both.
Originally constructed in 1906, the first floor of the home was a warren of dark, cramped rooms, the exact opposite of the bright and open kitchen, dining, and gathering room design that exists today.
The first floor is probably my favorite floor because that's where I spend most of my time. I love all the patterns and the soft background on the walls and the pine flooring and the red, white, and blue and the accessories that I have found.
The idea for the kitchen was to keep it open to the rest of the house, to keep it bright and airy and comfortable.
Because the home is so close to the water, its footprint couldn't be changed. So a creative reorganization of the space was needed. The new kitchen was relocated to establish better efficiency and flow. Its casual L shape with an island is designed to accommodate Maureen and her extended family during long, lazy summer vacations.
We thought it would be easier for Maureen and Steve to bring in their groceries through the front door and straight into the kitchen and onto the island. So we moved the kitchen right straight onto the side of the house so that as they walked through the door, they'd be able to not only be into the kitchen, but be able to see the ocean as well. The kitchen is functional. It's the basic triangle. The only different thing that we did was to put the refrigerator outside that triangle so that the traffic would be away from Maureen. As all the kids went to get drinks out of the refrigerator, they wouldn't get in her way. We stuck with just basic appliances because this is their beach house and they didn't need to be fancy here. They just wanted to be comfortable.
I chose the island because we didn't have much counter space. We needed space underneath for utensils and pots and pans and so forth. And it's a good work island. It's a solid surface top that's easy to clean and keep up and doesn't stain or mark. And we also have that on our kitchen counter and blends in with the color of the paint of the cabinets.
Recessed beadboard panels and simple whitewood knobs adorn the vanilla-colored cabinetry. Some space was left between the crown moldings and the ceiling to add extra dimension to the kitchen.
Depending on the room and the size, we chose different style beadboard. We have beadboard on the cabinets, on the island, on the refrigerator. In the family room, we have the Pickwick pine, which we painted to match the beadboard in the kitchen.
One problem that you can have with an all-white kitchen is that it becomes boring. In order to offset this, we've used some glass doors on the cabinetry to draw your eye into the kitchen, hand-painted tiles that pop with color, and also we've used some beadboard that gives the whole room texture. The main thing that we've done, however, is that Maureen has chosen wood floor, pine floor, that gives it more of a color and grounds the entire room.
Simple summer meals are prepared in this kitchen, so Maureen chose basic kitchen fixtures to serve her food prep needs. A classic porcelain sink with chrome faucet sits under her new kitchen window.
We used basic recessed lighting throughout the kitchen. We used a few extra lights to give a little pizzazz to the kitchen. We used an onion light over the sink that would give it a little extra decorating touch, and Maureen wanted a chandelier over the island just to make it look a little more decorative.
Abundant natural light streams in from every direction as glorious beachfront views serve as backdrops to the first floor design.
We used not only a combination of sliders and French doors to take full advantage of the light coming in from floor to ceiling, but we also used 3 casement windows right in the dining area itself. In the family room, we used 3 picture windows flanked by 2 casement windows, just to keep symmetry in the room.
Pine furniture, accessories, and personal details unite the 3 rooms, creating one large, spectacular design.
We took the theme on the painted tiles in the kitchen and continued it throughout the gathering room. Maureen has a motif of by the sea that she hand painted herself out of love. The children that are shown on the tiles are also shown on the piano. Maureen and Steve had one big piece of furniture. It was an Irish pine cupboard that they wanted to bring to this beach house. We actually took part of the space from behind the stairwell and cut it out so that we could have a space for this cupboard so it wouldn't get in the way of the traffic flow.
Maureen added a custom pine table and Windsor chairs to her dining room to create the perfect spot from which to enjoy her new kitchen design.
I like being in the kitchen. I can look into the other rooms. I can look out at the ocean. If there are people on the porch when the windows are open, I can converse back and forth with them. It's a nice kitchen to be in, and I enjoy it very much.